Hello guys, it's Minklef back again, and yesterday I released a video about the rebalances coming to Realm and that they were on testing. Well, now the testing server works and I will show all the major items that got a change. So there are a lot of items here that got a change, like small items. Oh yeah, you get more wisdom and attack here. Sphinx, the Ring of Sphinx got 4 attack instead of 4 wisdom, for example. But there are some more major items like the Kageboshi, Enforcer, Ray Katana, Ballistic Star, Leaf Dragon Hide Armor, Fireball Dragon Armor, the bows, Quiver of Shadows that has gotten a change. So I will just show them in this video and tell my opinion on the change. If you haven't joined my 4,000 gold giveaway, do that in the comments and subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let's get on to the video. Well, probably the most talked about change, almost like Puri last year, is the Enforcer change. Enforcer was a really nice katana that kind of just replaced every katana because it had long range, the best DPS ever, and just the best katana in the game generally. And that just killed other katanas, so that could be a motivation why they nerfed it a little bit, because it just replaced everything. But they changed the arc graph, they changed the bullet speed, and they changed the lifetime and the range. So they decreased everything and increased the arc graph, so now it shoots more like a D-blade. Before the shots were closer together. I can show you some footage here on prod, so you can see the change. And yeah, it is major change, because I heard on Reddit, kinda exploded yesterday. I heard that the true range now is only 4 tiles, and that is, I wouldn't say that's a lot of a true range for an item like this. It should have a little bit more. So you can hopefully see here. I think, okay, now I'm not hitting the 2 bullets, now I am. So I mean, it's still a little bit of a decent range. Like, it's better than, I think, normal katanas, but it just got decreased a little bit. We can talk about the second change, the Kageboshi. So they did a various amount of buffs on this one, and now it's like a Quiver of Shadows. It like shoots 4 stars back and forth, and I think it's pretty decent. I like it. It's a major change since last time. And you actually get 5 speed and 5 defense on equip. So that's not too shabby. But I'm not sure how it compares to other katanas like the Ballistic Star when it comes to DPS. If I can dodge here and dodge the second, it would be great. They changed the Ray Katana. Instead of 111 damage, they've increased it to 140. The range by a little bit, and the bullet speed or lifetime by a little bit. So I mean, the damage now is a little bit less than a mass immune, but a little bit more than a tier 11 one. So I guess it's a little bit more viable than before, but I mean, not really. Like, I would prefer to use the Enforcer. But if you look here, that's kind of a massive amount of damage with the Kageboshi. If the average damage is 500, which it is, it's 2000 damage. And I mean, 2000 damage for how much MP? 100. I mean, it works if you have a good MP pet, and it's like pretty much straight up damage. They also changed the Ballistic Star. If I can just dodge here, I can give myself healing. So they changed it up a little bit. I can't really see any changes on it. I think they just changed something with the stun bullets in the middle. Let's see if I can get the star. It would be kind of nice if I could. Yeah, I think it died kind of fast, and I'm dying kind of fast too. But I think the major change here is to the Kageboshi that was just useless before. And the Ray Katana got a little buff, but I think the most controversial item of this rebalance update is the Enforcer. And one of the best one might be the Kageboshi, because now it's actually viable. The Leaf Dragon or Hide Armor also got changed. It increases defense by 15 for 5 seconds, cooldown 15 seconds. So that's a really nice change. So on use I have 64 defense. So it is better now than it was before and makes some use of it. And it also has 6 speed and looks kind of cool. But yeah, let's go on to... what do we do? Archer, let's go. So for the Archer, we have 3 different buffs to bows. Then we have 1 buff to the Quiver of Shadow. Then we have buff to Armor of Vanille, and the Divine Coordination is just generally updated. But the Harmonious Harp is kind of interesting. They buffed it a little bit, and I saw someone on Reddit comparing it and showed that this version is sometimes stronger than Void Bow. So this makes a contender for a really nice bow, and I think that's kind of nice because we have been lacking endgame bows for a while. Like Void Bow is the only one in the recent years, which I can talk up like how many swords that have gotten added that is like cool and stuff. So yeah, the Harmonious Harp has gotten a little buff in just speed lifetime, and the total range has become 0.5 more tiles increased. Then we have some buffs to the 1000 shot bow, and the bullet, like the damage, is now from 45 to 130, 60 to 125, and I mean that's kind of nice. And they've removed the -5 speed, so now it's actually, I think, a viable bow too. So that's also nice because it was kind of trash before, because the damage was pretty low and it had -5 speed, which were just annoying. Because if you would have this set on you, you would have a -10 speed, and like 40 speed on an archer, hello, that doesn't work. The Nectar Crossfire also got a nerf or buff, and the shot pattern, it was more like wide before, and is a little bit more compact now and goes together at the end, and it makes it just viable, because before it weren't really viable, only like clearing UDLs or abysses when it shot very broad and wide. But yeah, I like the change for the bows, and hopefully we can get an endgame bow like Divinity, like Superior, like Lumiere in the coming update for Shatter. That's my hope at least. But that's everything for the bows. The Quiver of Shadows, that's pretty interesting. They made it closer together, because before it was a little bit wide as the Nectar Crossfire, and I really like it because now you can actually hit almost all bullets, I think, like 4 tiles away, and I think that's pretty viable for the Quiver of Shadows. Then the Armor of Nail got a buff in defense and not -4 speed. I think it was -4 speed before, but that's just a little bit of a tweak, so it will have the most like leather armor defense in the game, because before the Leviathan top like tier 15 armor in Oryx 3 almost contended with it, and that was just trash. So now if you want a lot of defense on a hide character, use this and you only get -3 speed. So for the wizard or the staff classes has gotten a little bit of changes. Let's start with the Staff of Espen. So now it shoots more together and goes together at a point in the middle, and it's like a Lumiere, but it doesn't go like close together in the end. But I really like the change, because before it was just useless, and now you can actually play it, I guess, but I still think other staffs are just better overall. But I like that they at least give it some like thought over, because it was just like a forgotten item from the Ice Cave, from the Kabam era. The superior bullets have grown, or like been smaller now, so you can like actually see a shot pattern. The Staff of the Eruption, I've never seen someone use this staff, but they've changed the like how the bullet travels. Before it was like traveling left and right in a very weird pattern, and now I guess you can actually shoot it or like hit stuff with it. So that's a nice change for that. The Ritual Robe got a buff in Wisdom, that's everything with that. Water Dragon Silk Robe looks very interesting. It heals 100 HP for 3 seconds, when under 75 HP, and it applies healing. And that's also a nice change and makes it a little bit more variable, and it was kinda decent before. The robe of the mad scientist is also memed about robe at the moment, because you can do this. Because on ability use, it recovers 25 MP whenever you use your ability. And what can you do with an ability that costs 20? I can spam this how long I want. I don't even need a pet. Like, you can be a bad, like, NPE account and just spam this for however long you want. Because it takes 20 NP and it restores 25 NP. I like the change for Robots Mad Scientist and makes it a little bit more useful. And now you can actually use it with other stuff, because you regen mana kind of faster with this robe now. So I guess it has some use. Also, the Ring of the Sphinx is now a viable ring, since it gives 4 attack and 4 dexterity. So it's a purely a DPS ring from the Tomb of the Ancients. We have Pyra, which is defense and attack, more like defense and HP. Then we have Nile, which is like speedy and like moving around, shooting fast. But now you have Ring of the Sphinx, which gives DPS stats. Sadly, it gives 100 MP, so it's not that good. But that's all the major changes for this rebalance update. We have all the other items here that I haven't gone over that have gotten some small tweaks, but they are not really worth taking a look on. So let's summarize the video. We have the Enforcer, which is a really bad change. The Kageboshi is really nice. Katana, I guess, is kind of nice. Staff of Espen got some love. Then we have Retro Robe with some more wisdom. Quiver of Shadows is probably my favorite out of this one, because I just felt that item has been lacking for the past like 3 years. And it's nice that they change up some bows. But that's everything for this video. If you liked the video, like the video of course, and I'll see you guys later. Subscribe to the channel, and bye bye.